Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Lone Star Roundup. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Busy week in the Lone Star State. Let's start in San Antonio. Carlos Famoso Hernandez, former IBF 130-pound champ, and his promotional company put on one of the most amazing cards of the year. Truly an awesome night of boxing. A card that was capped off by Mexican-born San Antonian Ramon Cardones, taking a hard-fought decision over Ramsey Luna in a really great fight. Cardenas was who was on Univision this morning, started off boxing great, winning rounds at the mid-range with a left hook that landed on the button over and over again. He took about the first 4 or 5 rounds predominantly with that left hook. In the mid-round, Ramsey changed it up and started putting a lot of pressure on. Changed the fight, started to wear Dynamite to down. Picked up some rounds there. Probably took the 6th, 7th, and 8th round to get the fight close on the scorecards, and really starting to wear Cardenas down. Cardenas took the last 2 rounds boxing beautifully off the back foot. So he again changed the game plan from making it a mid-range fight to going backwards and controlling Luna with his jab. Really not letting Ramsey in, boxing beautifully, and making it so Luna couldn't cut the ring off. He used a lot of footwork, jabs off the back foot, and was able to take the last 2 rounds to earn a clear but very close decision. In the undercard, there was probably the best women's fight I ever saw. Truly. This fight between Queen Bee, Brianna Gonzalez, and Cristina Fuentes was one of the best fights I've ever seen. It was akin to the female version of Gaddy and Ward. It was 8 rounds of toe-to-toe warfare. What was interesting, though, in the first round, Fuentes put on a little Pernell Whitaker show against the ropes, making Queen Bee Gonzalez miss over and over again and rolling with each shot. However, after that, starting in the second round and ending the second round, it was nothing but center of the ring, toe-to-toe exchanges. It was brutal exchanges between Gonzalez's constant pressure attacking and Fuentes' precise counterpunching. So it was the punch output and work rate of Gonzalez against the pinpoint accuracy counterpunching of Fuentes. It was really difficult to score. I turned to Thomas Triber, the ring announcer, and I said, he had the scorecards in his hands, and I don't envy the judges at all. I have no idea who won this fight. At the end of the 8 rounds, they scored the fight majority decision for Brianna Gonzalez. You can find it. It's streamed on San Antonio's ABC affiliate, KTSA. They still have it on their website, which is ktsa.com. It really was a much-watched fight. It was, one of the best fights I've ever seen. A few other shout-outs for Texas boxers. Daniel the Beast Baez scored a unanimous decision over a fighter named Leonardo Carzales. The Beast is a San Antonio native. He's an all-action brawler. He has a huge following here in San Antonio. All of his fights he usually headlines cards. He fought on the undercard. He took the fight on short notice. It's his 6th straight victory since his only career setback to Kenton Scipio Cook back in 2016. And then 2 awesome looking unbeaten prospects on the card as well. Joseph Rodriguez ran his record to 14-0 by outclassing Antonio Escalante. Escalante has wins over Gary Stark Jr., Mike Miller, and Miguel Roman. He's also been in the ring with guys like Miguel Berchel and Rocky War as well. And none of those guys really were able to outclass him the way that Rodriguez was today. And then a 20-year-old from San Antonio who made his professional debut, Israel Ibarra Jr. Really good-looking super flyweight, 115-pound prospect. He came out and hurt his opponent. First shot to the body, dropped him just seconds in. He somehow got up, and Ibarra jumped right back on him, going straight back to the body and dropping him again and ending it 70 seconds into the fight. Just an amazing-looking prospect. Heavy hands, real quick, and a real high ring IQ for a 20-year-old making his pro debut. Again, that name is Israel Ibarra Jr. You're going to want to watch out for him. He's in San Antonio. He told me that he plans on fighting again, possibly on December 7th in Laredo on a AAA promotions card, or possibly December 15th in Houston. One of those two dates. So once we find out more, I'll update it and I'll let you know when he's fighting next. But that was definitely a prospect to watch. Also, shout out to my boy, World Star Henry Arandato, who ran his record to 2-0, as well as Ayana Vasquez, who boxed beautifully and picked up the vacant ABF female featherweight title. Undefeated middleweight prospect Eddie Hollywood Ortiz announced a December 14th showdown with Austin's Curtis Cloven. The fight's set for Houston on December 14th. Like I said, that should be a great card. That'll be the main event there. Season Beatings will also return to Austin, Texas. On the main event, Rashard Hicks will take on Jairo Cataneda. Hicks, who also fought on Season Beatings last year, one which was the original, which headlined Ashton Palikte. But Hicks will take on Hicks, who took on Jonathan Steele in the original Season Beatings, is still unbeaten at 10-0-1. And he said this is a turning point fight for him. He told me it was a career-defining fight, and he was aiming for the knockout. I said this is the most important fight of his career. If you guys remember, it was a draw, his fight with Steele last year out of Austin. Most people thought Hicks won the fight, including myself. He said that he's not going to leave it in the judge's hand this time, and that he's aiming for the knockout and plans on getting a knockout. The event will again be held on December 8th at the Austin Sports Center. DeSoto native and IBF welterweight champ Errol Spence looks to have an official fight with Mikey Garcia. The particulars haven't been set yet. All that they said so far is it will be in Texas on either February 16th or February 23rd. There's been no city or venue, although the Star in Frisco and the American Airlines Center have been discussed, but the actual date in February and the venue or even the city has not been formalized yet. Twin brother and Houston native Jermel and Jamal Charlo are set to headline a major card in Brooklyn's Barclays Center. Jermel won the coin toss, so he'll officially be the headliner. He will have the main event, the older brother. He will fight Willie Monroe in a middleweight fight. Jamal Charlo is the mandatory for the WBC world title, which is held by Canelo Alvarez, and he's waiting to be called by Canelo and have that fight made. So this is more of a stay busy fight. Monroe is a good fighter. He's been in with Triple G. He's been with Billy Joel. He's challenged for multiple world titles and always came up a little short. But it should be a fairly decent test for Charlo. In the co-main, little brother by 2 minutes, Jermel Charlo will take on Tony Harrison. Jermel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champ. That's 154 pounds. And he'll defend his strap against Tony Harrison in the co-main event. For the Texas Roundup, this is 3D Boxing signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.